I found Dad's secret recordings and he'd been planning to disinherit us for years. These recordings prove everything, I said, placing the old cassette player on the lawyer's desk while my siblings sat frozen in shock. Dad wasn't confused when he changed his will. He'd been planning to leave everything to his secretary for 5 years. The tapes were hidden in a box marked Tax Documents 1995 to 2005 in the basement. I'd found them while cleaning out his house after the funeral, expecting to find receipts. Instead, I found 43 cassettes of my father recording his thoughts, plans, and conversations with Patricia, his 28-year-old secretary, who'd somehow inherited his entire estate. This has to be illegal, my brother Soren said, listening to Dad describe exactly how he'd hide assets from us. The recordings? Perfectly legal. He made them himself, the lawyer confirmed. On tape 3, Dad explained why. Soren's lazy, expects handouts. Lucia only calls when she needs money. And Rosalie. She figured out Patricia and me. Can't risk her telling the others. I had figured it out. 3 years ago, I'd seen them at a hotel restaurant, her hand on his thigh, wedding ring nowhere to be seen. Dad saw me watching. Later that night, he called, "You saw nothing. Say one word to your mother or siblings, and I'll destroy that little restaurant of yours. One health inspection call is all it takes." I stayed quiet. Mom died 6 months later thinking he was faithful, and then he died leaving everything to Patricia anyway. But Patricia didn't know about the tapes, or that Dad wasn't the romantic she thought. Tape 17 was brutal. Patricia thinks she's special. She's 28 and beautiful. Of course she's special. For now. Already looking at that new intern though. Tape 24. Need to keep Patricia happy until the will's finalized. Then maybe trade up. She's getting demanding. Tape 31. Patricia wants marriage. Told her yes. Cheaper than divorce from her when someone younger comes along. I played selections at the will contest. Patricia's lawyer argued the recordings were irrelevant. The will was valid regardless of Dad's feelings. Then I played tape 42. Dad, drunk, talking to his brother. Best part? Patricia thinks the will's for 10 million. Doesn't know about the offshore accounts. 30 million she'll never see. She gets the house and the visible money. I keep the real fortune even from beyond the grave. Patricia went white. What offshore accounts? Her lawyer demanded a recess. When we returned, Patricia had a new proposal. Find the offshore money together. Split it all 5 ways. She'd learned what we'd always known. Dad used everyone. We found the accounts. 43 million total. The government took half in taxes and penalties for unreported offshore assets. The rest got divided. Patricia, me, and my siblings each got roughly 5 million. Patricia tried befriending us afterward, trauma bonding over Dad's betrayal. We declined. She'd known he was married, known he had kids. Dad's cruelty to her didn't erase her choices. The recordings revealed more than financial fraud. Dad discussed bribing judges, tax evasion, destroying competitors through false health violations. Ironically, exactly what he threatened to do to me. I sent those tapes to the appropriate authorities. His legacy became federal investigations, his company's bankruptcy, and 3 executives going to prison. Soren used his inheritance to finally start the tech company Dad said he was too lazy for. It's thriving. Just got its 2nd round of funding. Lucia went to medical school at 35. The dream Dad called wasteful for a woman. I expanded my restaurant into a chain. The business Dad threatened to destroy. Patricia? Last I heard, she was dating another executive 40 years her senior. Some people never learn. We sold Dad's house to a lovely young family who doesn't know why we practically gave it away. The basement where I found the tapes is now a playroom for children whose father records their laughter, not his plans to betray them. The mother sent us a thank you card with a photo of their kid's birthday party in what used to be Dad's office. Finding those tapes was like finding his real will, one that showed exactly who he was and what we meant to him. Nothing but obstacles to his money staying his. It also freed us from wondering if we'd been good enough children. We hadn't been the problem. He was incapable of love, just skilled at documentation. The cassette player still sits in my office. Sometimes I'm tempted to listen again, to hear his voice. Then I remember, he recorded everything except the words we needed to hear, that he loved us, was proud of us, or even just saw us as more than future problems to solve. His money made us rich. His tapes made us free.